Okay, as we said before, we are in the social cognition topic, and we're going to discuss with the first thing that I consider important to discuss. It is the first idea that comes up into the curriculum outline. Both books have in a different format. They discussed first the structures and attitudes and functions, the structure of attitudes and their functions, and then they discuss attitude formation and go last but not least to the nature of attitudes. I found the students battle actually to get the functions of attitudes and the structure and the models and theories because they don't know the basics of the nature of attitudes. This is the reason this podcasting starts from here. So we go to the first sub-page, and this is a walkthrough for this page. I want you to understand that when we're discussing about the nature of attitudes and behavior, we are referring to a bi-directional, that means a two-way relationship between attitudes and behavior, and there is a link between these two. Attitude is influencing behavior, and vice versa, behavior is influencing attitude, and actually I may not be able to see the attitude unless if somebody is trained to control that, but I can see the way they behave, and therefore I can deduce their attitude towards something. So people can hide their attitude by hiding their thoughts. However, the behavior is what we can count by behavior counts, and by observation we can see their attitude towards a specific thing. I want you to understand that attitude has a semantic which is always related to our thinking and cognitive processing in our brain, and I can have towards a person, an idea or a thing, a positive or a negative, or in between, neutral attitude. So, for example, when I have a positive attitude towards chocolate, I will be engaging in a behavior of eating chocolate. And if I eat chocolate, you see me eating chocolate all the time, you know that my attitude towards chocolate is positive. There's no chance I can eat chocolate all the time if I dislike chocolate. Okay, so you can deduce from my behavior what I like. You can deduce from the way I'm conceiving chocolate, I'm thinking about chocolate, the way I'm going to behave. You can see me. When I'm going to a supermarket, I'm thinking chocolate, I'm thinking drooling, I'm thinking bye. So you can predict my behavior. However, when I have a neutral attitude, not positive, not negative, are you sure if you're going to predict my behavior? I may like chocolate, but I don't buy it because I'm on diet. I may not like chocolate, but I buy it and I eat it because I want to have a taste of what this peculiar thing tastes like. So we are going to discuss all this attitude and behavior correlation with a focus on the social context things are happening. I want you to understand that when we're talking about the factors that are affecting the attitude, in the PowerPoint you will see we will talk about the strength, the specificity, the ambivalence, the accessibility, and of course the social situation that this is happening, because the social context can boost up or stop an attitude and behavior as well. I want you to remember the question we asked you to answer in the intro test, the social level of explanation, Annie and her drinking in the party. So the social situation like home, Annie's not drinking, she doesn't like drinking. However, in the context of the party, because the attitude towards drinking is neutral, can either balance here, drink, or there, not drink. So this is what we're going to discuss. As you know, all the theory is here, but you can watch as well the PowerPoint. And we will have to discuss some theories on how attitude and behavior are formed. And we're going to discuss the theory that's called planned behavior. So I'm planning, I have an intention of doing something, and therefore I'm starting it. I have an intention of losing weight, and therefore I'm planning to change my behavior and start exercising. And we are going to discuss the self-perception theory, where actually we'll learn about ourselves the way the others are seeing us, and we want to prove that we are what they see, or we become what they want to see. And we're going to discuss this as well. And sometimes we're going to see that we want to do something, my thinking tells me to do something, but my behavior is different, or I'm behaving in a different way I'm thinking, and this creates an inconsistency. This is consistency. It's not okay in our mind, and we need to find an excuse, we need to justify, and we call this justification cognitive dissonance. They don't tune together. My thoughts and my behaviors, they are not tuning together. That's why Fessinger created the term cognitive dissonance back in 1957. So this is what we're going to work when we discuss cognitive dissonance. We're going to see the original Fessinger experiment that gave us the cognitive dissonance, and I want you to see how these things apply in everyday life, in advertisement especially, and how marketing is using this cognitive dissonance. It is cancelling or working based on our cognitive dissonance to make us buy. And we're going to play again that Truman Show movie where we saw that everything was based on product placement, and how his life was upside down just for product placement. And of course I have a video here with the theories of attitude influence, and in the PowerPoint we're going to discuss all these concepts. I'm not having the time to show you the videos, that's why I will click the link. We'll start the video, we'll stop it, and then you will be able to come in the site and watch the video, because I cannot upload on the day map on this Google Docs the whole huge document that has the videos embedded. And I want you to understand that all these messages, they're going through our mind, which are coming subconsciously, subliminal, by showing us models we need to or feel like we have to obey. They actually somehow modify our behavior and our attitude towards things. And all these boys and girls have a modified behavior, and they change this behavior according to the social situation they exist. And this is the point. If we learn how to control this behavior, we learn how to avoid all this stuff. And I have a video here on manipulative people and how to avoid manipulative people, and we're going to discuss it as well.